And I'm live. There we go. So it's been a long night. I have tea. I need tea. So it is the midweek check-in. Lots has happened this week and this year, honestly. Right, Mrs. Winchester?
Yeah.
Um, so I went from not doing much because work to suddenly having an audio maze story, and then Substack is starting to be a thing, and then another audio mazes story,
And then a house.
and then a house. Yes, a house. And
Me.
honey, I have you every year.
Yeah, but I'm alone.
Yes, and I'm blessed with your chaos like all year round. Um, yes, I'm rambling because this gets pre-recorded and posted on YouTube anyway. So I'm feeling silence, and of course, it'll make me reels from what I do. So
I'm really excited about that.
that's my wife, ladies and gentlemen.
I couldn't. I had to. It was right there.
So the Winchesters, including Archibald, are present. He is in my lap currently. He's actually looking up at the feed, staring.
She said, yeah. She looking good. Yes.
I'm looking like a hot mess. What are you talking about?
I have to get my mess.
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for claiming me. um. So we normally are not open Wednesdays, obviously, at Black Hat Escape Room. However, due to the holiday season and our temporary pop-up room, we do typically have special hours around Christmas and New Year's, and I did work last week on New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve, and New Year's Eve is today. See, what is time?
What's
Don't
an illusion?
exactly, like I don't think anybody knows what day of the week it is half the time this time of year. Um but yeah, I worked Christmas Eve and then I worked today. So yeah, it's been kind of an up and down craziness. My usual time that I would be dedicating to doing my posting and stuff was just so eaten up. I did not want to try and commit myself to doing that when I knew I was probably not going to make quality stuff because of how tired I am. So that's why I took the 2 weeks off. But I still wanted to check in with you guys, especially since today is New Year's Eve. Um, I thought it was rather fitting that my last check-in of the year is the last day of the year. Um, And I want to thank everybody that has become a part of that journey, whether you're subscribed, just following, or you just pop in when you see me pop up. You know, I'm very grateful to everybody who's engaged with me and shared stuff and commented. Um, I always appreciate that kind of engagement because word of mouth is my bread and butter. So if you like my stuff and you tell people about it, how I that's how I make traction. Um, very community based in that school of thought. I mean, it's very pagan. I like my community. Um, so yeah, I'm grateful to all of you who made this half a year, well, almost about half a year, yeah. Nice on Substack. Um, I'm I'm grateful I got brought over. I feel like I came over on like the a boat of some sort and didn't mean to. But here I am, happy accident. Um, and I'm glad the Dodeca shorts, while slow moving, they're definitely they're moving. I mean, that's kind of been my entire experience online. So honestly, they got more attention sooner here than they ever did on Ingot. And admittedly, I did uh polish them up a little bit more because it has been a while since I've touched them. and I wanted to make sure with me narrating them that they sounded right coming out of my mouth. um, so uh, I've decided I'm gonna take a break from the Dodeca Shorts posting. We're going to have a 5-part story getting posted in its place. Um, I know I'd been asking people if you guys are interested in hearing like fan fictions and things like that. There is one piece of fan fiction that I wrote ages ago that I'm still proud of. And Mrs. Winchester is the one we have to thank for it because it was a gift on our first year anniversary together. Yeah, remember I wrote it for you for our first anniversary? Because you were big on Phantom of the Opera and Vincent Valentine?
Did, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the entire reason I wrote it.
I stayed up way too late, read it, and cried at like 3 in the morning. It was great.
Yeah. So yes, I didn't get a lot of engagement, but definitely I did get people who sounded interested. And if I had some biters, who knows? Maybe you guys will at least like to see what I can do. It does tend to lean a little bit more into my darker fantasy stuff too. So I know I'm not a straight up horror writer, but I definitely can write some dark fantasy. So this'll give you a little bit of a taste of things that even in my early days I was imagining. So Phantom of Nibelheim will be showing up in January. It's my what if story. Um, what if the Phantom of the Opera was the hero of his story, and what if Cloud Strife never went inside Shinra Mansion? Uh, yeah, for real. Vincent is Mrs. Winchester's favorite from the game,
He needed a hug.
and I love Vincent too. So why not? Um, Also, I felt like the whole vampire trope with him was kind of overdone, but I definitely am like, nah, he's a goth lord. So he deserves to have a different type of goth motif. And then I thought about it and I was like, ooh, Phantom of the Opera. Okay, let me play with that. And so we have the Phantom of Nibelheim. Um, yeah, I believe it was my junior year that I wrote that for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I was a freshman and I was,
Then a sophomore and then
yeah.
I was, yep,
Yes.
for real. Age is but a number, dear. That's how you experience it. Besides, you're a chaotic pay anyway. Numbers don't matter.
Numbers do not matter. I do not know numbers.
um,
Like my job is all numbers.
so yeah, that'll start replacing the postings that I would have normally had with my Dodeca shorts. I'm coming up with a posting schedule. Um, since we are launching paid tiers as of tomorrow. I'm excited. It's been a few months of me planning and trying to see if this is going to work out. I have a good feeling. Um, One, I'm gonna have the comic pages are gonna start posting. We're gonna bring back Hearth of a Writer, which I know I did promise I would tell you guys what's going on with Hearth of a Writer, because yes, I got another divine intervention, and they were like, "You're not reading that. You're reading something else." And I'm like, ah, fine, what am I reading? So I would say drum roll, but we don't have anything hard to really drum roll. We're on a couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no drum. We don't need a drum roll.
Come here,
Um,
Dina. Use your belly.
without further ado, I will be reading Eclipse the Beginning on Hearth of a Writer. The goddess Aurora was nudging at me on my way into work, and I was like, "Oh wow, okay." Um, Admittedly, I kind of do tend to squat on Eclipse. Like I don't really talk it up a lot. Um, it was my very first manuscript I ever wrote, first story I ever developed. like serious, like of the Imaginings universe. It is the first world. Um, so it's very close to home, but I also have always had this like lingering thought of I'm the only one who's ever gonna like this. Even though it did get good response over on Inkit. Um I did try to publish it once upon a time and that fell through because I didn't have enough money to go to Palmetto, but it was the first time I found Palmetto. So I ended up still making a connection regardless. Um and then I tried to self-publish it with the help of a an editor that basically like she was freelance and that actually fell apart. We actually never even finished, and then I was paying her, and then I didn't hear back from her. Like she just, I couldn't even pay her for my next installment, and it was like, okay, clearly this is a sign.
Didn't she have like heart problem?
No, she had a stroke.
I was in the ballpark.
Mhm. Um, I tried reaching out to her daughter through the emails and things like that, and we just fell apart. Um, but so it ended up finding a home on Inkit. I also had a coworker when I was working my last retail job actually. I printed out the whole thing. It's a huge binder. I'm pretty sure isn't it like 2 or 3 inch binder? I think it's like I think it's 2 inch.
3?
Is it three? Might be it's either 2 or 3. Somewhere on the line. Filled the binder. Um and I was using that to like get people to beta read because sometimes people just prefer to hold a book in their hands when they read it. And then after I had that, then people asking for like a physical thing to hold in their hands because I didn't want to read a Word document. Then people were like, "Well, don't you just have a digital version I can read?" And I'm like, the frustrations of trying to get people to just read your stuff. Um, but yeah, my coworker at the time, Sierra, masterpieces. We ended up both leaving that job. She went on to do some internships and I went to call center work. Why would I do that? Um, but yeah, she loved the beginning. Um, I told her that if I could ever find her again, I would try and make sure she got a copy of the published version. Still hasn't happened, unfortunately, but it will one day, and one faster or another. Um, but since it's been on Inkit for a while, apparently, my goddess Aurora decided that she wanted me to stop hiding Eclipse behind all the other worlds and wanted Eclipse to shine. I had been talking about Eclipse in my Ramblings of a Demiurge episodes lately, so it's not like you haven't been exposed to it. So yeah, that's gonna be the story we're gonna start working on with Hearth of Rider. Now, I work today as the first of 6 days. So I will see if next week is when I start things. Um, otherwise I again will have worked 6 days straight. So might need that my first mid weekend to recover. And then maybe we'll kick into gear after that. But yeah, I only had one day off. I had yesterday and it was I felt like I needed more rest than I got, but I also wanted to do something for myself. So you do what you gotta do. Um so yeah, I'm excited that we're gonna be doing that. Um and then definitely gonna be trying to ramp up some more ramblings of the demiurge. I'm gonna try and finish up the impacts episode, which I'd started and I couldn't finish it because my brain was so shot. Like reading it, I just could not stay in the zone. Um, but yeah, we're gonna wrap that one up, and then I know I've been talking to Bradley Ramsey about expanding on some other topics to do, possibly having guests come on. It's a new year, new ideas. So, if anybody here is interested in joining some possible roundtables for ramblings, um, I'm more than happy to see what we can do about that. Maybe we'll have like some live streams, or we'll hop on like a Zoom call or something, have like a nice roundtable chat. Um that's the future I have in mind that I would love to do with Ramblings of a Demiurge. So excited about that. And then goodness, like I said, so much stuff is going on. Um Hopefully my mom will stop blowing my phone up about checking on stuff. At least for the house sale thing. At least for the house sale thing. And then she'll be home soon. Because my mother has been in Hawaii for 3 months.
Lucky.
For real. She's been pet sitting slash apartment sitting for my sister. That's the real lucky one. My sister is in the army in Hawaii. She's an army shrink. Um, but she had training, and she doesn't really have anybody who can watch her cats, so my mother volunteered. Uh, so she should be home next week, but fortunately, won't be getting my phone blown up anymore about following up on the house sale. Because ironically, the day Mrs. Winchester and I bought our house was the day my aunt sold their childhood home. So we kind of like tagged. So then my move started, and my mom's stuff started. So it was a bunch of back and forth and all over the place. 2025 was chaos. Um, I did try to do my crowd fund for summer. Did not go very well. But that's okay. Everything in its time, right, guys? Let's see. Yeah, because I thought it was a good idea. Start with the spring equinox launching to let everybody read spring in its entirety over on Inket, free to read on its home platform. And then on the summer solstice, it would drop back down to the teaser level. And then that's when we would officially launch the crowd fund. And then that would go through to the autumnal equinox, because each of the books is after one of the seasons, right? So crowdfund for summer during summer. I thought it was a cool gimmick. Just goes to show that I mean, might sound cool, but it doesn't always work out. Um, but that's okay. It's a new year coming round. We'll see what happens, because I would love to finally get summer published, because once summer is like set in stone, then I'll feel more comfortable polishing up autumn based off of how my editor and everything over at Palmetto polishes it. And then I'll tackle autumn, clean that one up, and then once I get some more money for that one, then we can publish autumn. Well, of course, once there's money. And then once I'm very fairly certain autumn is done, then I will finish writing winter, because there were some plot lines I was trying to make sure got wrapped up before I wrapped the whole thing up in winter. Um, Now, mind you, I know my ending. I know where it's going, guys. Don't worry. I just was worried about some side plots. I wanted to make sure that they either panned out well, or should I cut them? Because I mean, there's sometimes you got to trim stuff up. Fortunately, though, Nature Calls has not had to have a lot of that. I've been actually rather surprised. Almost pretty much, I've actually done more adding to it, because I was like, there's some holes here. I need to put something here. Um, But yeah, I haven't really had to cut much, but because I added things, I need to make sure everything wraps up in the main plot along with all of those things. I'm really excited though because I do love my gimmick. I won't pull a Martin and not give you Winter. um, but I know that is a sore spot for many for many. I know. I'm sorry. I really wish he'd give it to you. I do. Um, but it would be really nice to see Summer move forward in 2026. Um, but that's entirely up to the support that I can get. Um, Now, granted, my publishing journey has always been donor funded. Um, a great story about how my first book got published because we originally wanted to publish spring in 2020. That crowdfund didn't go well either. Did it, honey?
Um,
um, yeah, March of 2020 was not a great time to try and launch something creatively. Uh, but that November, I met my first major patron who really wanted Artemis to be published because she'd seen some stuff from a mutual friend about Dodecatheon and had asked a few questions about it. And then she was like, I want you to publish it because I want more pagans writing mythology. Like, I don't want it written just for entertainment purposes. I want this to feel mythic. And I was like, okay. And she legit was like, I'll go get it out of the bank and you can go call your publisher. And I went, okay. Oh, that was a rather interesting evening, wasn't it, baby? Got off of my shift with Geico at like what, midnight?
yes.
And then you did not want me walking to the bar up the street from the house by myself. So you walked with me.
I was to be your bodyguard.
And then in reality, you're clinging to my arm, like, oh my God, why did I do this?
Just like one of the go.
um, yeah, and then we ended up going to the up to the stars, the bar with stars, along the road alongside our neighborhood. And she came out of the bar, was like, why don't you guys come in? And I'm like, I am not dressed for the bar or a party. And she was like, okay, okay. So she literally gives me an envelope of cash. And I went, I'm gonna walk with all this cash back to my apartment. Okay.
I'll be your bodyguard.
Uh so
I'm
that was how Artemis got paid for.
being pretty.
Because while I do appreciate the payment plans that a lot of places are trying to offer these days, I also like paying for things in full so I know it's done. Also, I never know what's going to happen with my money. So I would rather pay for something in full up front. Also, Palmetto always gives you perks for paying in full. So, um, the last two times that I did pay in full, because I ended up paying for spring the following year, was because I finally got a portion of my inheritance, and my stepmother had always been like, your dad would have wanted you to have this, so we used a portion of it to pay for spring to get published, and I had wanted to try and raise money to publish summer the following year, but 2023 did not. Well, 2023, 2024, and now 2025 did not see that happen. But we'll see what happens in 2026. Um, I know my mother has been really hoping that she can help me get something published because my mom, both my parents really did want me to pursue writing. Now, granted, my dad always was like, I mean, if you want to do it full time, you're gonna have to write all the time. Um, and after talking to my stepmom's brother-in-law, who actually is in the traditional publishing industry, he told me that I should independently publish because while I had great original work, he told me that the traditional publishing industry actually is intimidated by original and they like to play things that are familiar. Because that they know their formula, they know their system and things like that. Um, and he told me that they would probably try to water down my stuff, but in reality, he thought that my stuff was very good and needed to that originality was needed. So, um, that was when I started researching, traditional publishing. I was back in 2008. Um, yeah, my I started trying to look into publishing a while ago. Um, but yeah, it's been a long road to get to my goals. Um, Now I will say, quick plug, if you are interested in getting a copy of Artemis of the Dodecatheon or Nature Calls Spring, you can always go to feywildpothecary.com/shop. That is Mrs. Winchester's website where I offer signed editions of books at no extra cost. Every book you purchase from there will always be signed. Um, just my little thank you for supporting us directly, and um, I do believe, didn't you say there was like one or two of the special bundles with the rosary left?
Yes, I believe we have two.
Okay. So if anybody is interested in one of the special bundles, Mrs. Winchester made she made a version of David's rosary from the Dodecatheon saga. David is a fan favorite. I seriously did not think he was going to be as popular as he became. Um, I wasn't it like even when it was on Inkit, nobody was talking up David like that. It wasn't until I was starting to get the book published, right? That Camp David showed up.
Mhm.
Um, that was funny because that was when I first went on to Not Your Normal Discussion podcast over on YouTube. Definitely go check them out. They post every Friday. I think they're on hiatus right now, but go check out their other videos that they have. They're really fun. Um, but Nina over there, we actually went to high school together. And we reconnected because she saw me posting about my books and stuff like that, and she was like, "Hey, we'd love to feature you as an indie author. Would you like to come on?" And I was like, "Well, would you be interested in like beta reading the stuff that's about to get published?" And she was like, yes, say less." And after that, what are you? That's not on screen. What are you trying to do?
Oh, there is he.
Oh, yes, the rosary picture. You're trying to show that on the screen. Okay, what's sideways? She's trying to be clever. That is the listing on feywildapothecary.com for the rosary. Yes. She's very proud of that rosary. Um, but I believe those come with only hardcover, or is it hardcover or
You have
paper?
an option of you can buy hardcover or softcover.
Okay. You can get a paperback version of Artemis or the hardcover. I would personally think you'd want it with a hardcover personally, but if you prefer paperbacks, no judgment.
I like hardcover.
Yes. Nature Calls did not get hardcovers because ultimately I would love to have an omnibus tome of all four because that's how it's really intended to be read is all four back to back. Um so yeah, that's the goal for Nature Calls. Now but no, back to the not your normal discussion bit. Sorry, I told you she's a chaotic face. She will just pop in and out and distract me. Um but I actually sent out a digital version of the manuscript that had been edited and everything to all four of the hosts at the time, and they all agreed to read it, and then we would talk about it when we came on the show. I thought I was gonna get a mixed bag because they none of them told me anything before the show, or before the taping, I should say, because we were live. Um, and, I didn't know what I was gonna be walking into, and when it came time to finally have my segment, because I also was a guest and a part of the topics they were talking about. When it finally was time for us to talk about the book, Naima was saying, Queen Petey was saying, it was an amazing book, and she was like, "Oh my god, how where did this come from?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, she liked it." And then I remember, Tris also he said he loved it. And then Samurai was over here like, "Yeah," like, he actually has dyslexia, so he actually was glad that he had a document because then he could use, like, the accessibility functions and have it read the manuscript to him. And he was like, "This was really good. Are you gonna get an audio edition?" And that was when I told them that I was gonna be doing Hearth of a Writer, and I was gonna read every single chapter. Because ultimately, I would love to make an audio drama of Dodecatheon, where it gets adapted, like, streamlined, and it would basically be it wouldn't be Artemis of the Dodecatheon, it would just be the Dodecatheon saga, and, like, after I have several books out, like, I'm just having the whole thing adapted. Um, because sometimes that stuff gets condensed down, doesn't it? Um, but yeah, it would be an awesome audio drama to play out. Uh, and then of course Nina fell in love with it. Nina's probably one of the biggest cheerleaders I have. She's awesome. But yeah, all four of them loved it, and then I ended up giving them each a signed alpha copy. Um, and Naima actually was telling me that her parents discovered the book and they read it and they liked it too. And I was like, we'll keep telling people. um, but and then a friend of Nina's that we met, Tyree, he read Artemis and he said that he loved David and he was like, I'd love to cosplay David. And I was like, You're gonna cosplay a Catholic priest?" And he's like, "Yes." Which then led to Mrs. Winchester getting the idea to make the rosary. Um, but Tyree went a step further and started saying he was gonna found the David Fallon fan club, which is called Camp David.
So Camp Outman.
I I'd like, why do people like David? I didn't write him to usurp the plot. Um,
That's why we like him.
but it took a while for somebody to finally pop up who told me to my face that they hated David, and I was like, "Oh, breath of fresh air! Finally, he's not a Larry Sue
You go,
or Gary Stew. Gary Stew. That's what they're called.
you go fight.
I know, I know. Um, I think my author roasts are available. If you go back through my archive here on Substack, you'll find my author roast because those were free listens over on Spotify when I had Hearth of a Writer over there. I haven't taken it down, but it's not really performing over there very well. So I left the free teasers and things like that that did transfer over. Um, and I'm just gonna revive Hearth of a Writer and bring it back over here with Eclipse. So yeah, um, the author roasts have the first person to tell to me to my face that they hated David. They want him to drive off a cliff in book 3, which I told her if she needs that to happen, she can write the fan fiction.
It's not happening.
The only reason that she said book that he dies in book 3 is because the title of book 3, because I know the titles of all 12 books in Dodecatheon, mind you. The title of book 3 is Aries. So take that with as you will. Now the second book, which is in draft phase, I just don't have the writing time that I would like to have. That is Poseidon of the Dodecatheon. The outline is done. I'm in the writing phase, which I am a plotter like you wouldn't believe. Um, I have the overarching outline done, which is the entirety saga of the story done. That was done. God, college?
Yeah.
Yeah, before I came home from
Okay.
Cali. So that was 2008 that I got that done. So I knew where the whole story was going. I've known that long. Um and then I started breaking down the individual book, like what happens in each book more detailed. That has been the journey that I've been on. I have a summary basically of each book of the action. And I'm just getting more detailed along the way. Artemis, I believe I finished. Ooh, when did I finish Artemis? Because that was Ink It.
Yeah. I mean, that's a long time ago.
I remember finishing Spring because it was
I don't remember graduating high school. Okay.
fair enough.
And that was 2008.
Um, I remember I finished the last chapter when I finally finished the last chapter of Spring was Black Friday 2019. Literally, I finished the last chapter, closed the laptop, ran to throw clothes on, got in my car, and drove to work on a high. Because I was like, it's done, it's done, it's done. I think that's the only time I've ever been like on that much of a high. Because at first, reading it, I get misty eyed because the beginning of that chapter. Um, but yeah, I went to work and was bragging about how I finished the book that day. Um, no, Artemis was done before that though. I can't remember the date per se. I'd have to go on Inkit and dig up the date that it was originally posted. Um, but yeah, Artemis that finished. Well, I know she published 2021. I think it was April 12th, right? Yeah, April 12th. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ironic, isn't it? 12 books with April 12th. Um, and she was 18. I joke. I was like, she's legal. That's why she's published. Um, but yeah, after that published, I actually started the draft of the summary for Poseidon. Uh, which it kind of came to a screeching halt because I think my brain was like, no, it's not time. And I definitely felt the boot inching me along to focus on Spring again because we wanted to publish Spring first. Um, we always kind of felt Nature Calls was the first series I was supposed to publish. But again, my backer wanted Artemis. Um, she also wanted me to get a video game made, which I started working on a storyline for a game, which is why I have a storyline for a game. But that ended up falling through because she got mad at Sony and she was like, "No, I don't want Sony to have your book." And I went, "Okay." um, but that really just left the door open for me to find an independent game developer, and we'll work on that. Transmedia goals, which is really what I'm doing here. Like, I want to try and finance doing more transmedia stuff. We're starting. Well, honestly, I started with Hearth of Writer being audio. And now second phase is the comics that I'm going to start sharing this coming year. Um, and then once that starts building some traction, we'll see what the next incarnation will be. Um, Part of me is thinking interactive. Um, I think it's called Inkle Writer. Is the a website that I can write a branching story. Like I can write one, and you guys can choose your own as you read through it. Uh, I've been back and forth debating making one because obviously Audio Mazes is amazing, and I enjoy doing stuff with them. They just have a lot of writers that have a lot more time than I do, I think. Um, no shade, no hate. Proud of everybody. Um, but yeah, I don't have the same time to work on stuff around my stuff and day job stuff because obviously I was late tonight, right? Coming from work. Um, and as an assistant manager as of this year, I actually got promoted this year. More responsibilities, more things to do, more time. Uh, just trying to find a schedule that works, which I'm hopefully gonna do this coming month. We'll see how this pans out. It's basically a Monday through Friday thing, and then Saturday and Sunday I won't post anything. Um, because those are the busiest days for us at work. Um, I'm excited to see where 2026 takes us. Um, we'll see where things go 2026 with Feywild too. I know now that we have the house, we're reworking how things used to work.
Where the bombs and accent.
Yes. Yes. Feywild Apothecary is an apothecary. Uh, I think the other reason you like Nature Calls is you thought it fit with your apothecary theme better.
Uh-huh.
Can't believe you didn't notice you
I
had
had my
these.
leaf. Oh,
You didn't even notice
I
you
forgot
had them.
I had them. I have so many things.
Yes, while we were moving, we discovered that she had these silicone molds that were the shape of leaves. And I stared at her and I went, thought you didn't have anything for Nature Calls. And she was like, I forgot about those.
I'm gonna try to design scents for different characters in Nature Calls and make them in leaf molds.
Mm-hmm. Nature Calls is probably the series she likes most from me. And it's not just because there's a character.
Jake
It's
is
by
my boy.
you love Jake. Yes, you do. Um, no, the character of Chelsea K is inspired by a younger version of Mrs. Winchester. That was when I was developing the story. I was in high school. Um, and
Don't care about me. Jake is my boy.
you don't care
Don't
about
care
you.
about me. Shit, I got thousands. I got.
Don't we all? Um, but yeah, her favorite character is Jake Jones. Um, my little punk rock kid, Rebel. Uh, I did not expect him to be her favorite. Um,
He needs hugs.
he does. um, but yeah, that's another reason why I'm trying to get Summer published because she gets more Jake. Um, yeah, Jake is like her baby. She's like, no, he's my child. Don't you?
Child, don't mess with him. Come for you. Running off with a frying pan and then cook him a good ass dinner.
Okay, Frisia doll.
Hell yeah. Bree's my woman.
Yes, you do like Frisia.
I
I know.
love Bree's.
I know you like the doll family because you're just kind of like At one point, she was gonna help me actually come up with an actual like layout for the doll's house. Like we were gonna be able to like have a schematic of what the house was like.
I still will figure that out.
I think it would be really cool because it's a custom house. Adrian had it
I still
custom
have
built.
all my drafting supplies.
Yes. Yes. We have a weird set of skills. So when I was going to the Art Institute for animation, Mrs. Winchester was going for interior design and didn't realize she was gonna have to take an architecture class.
Hell yeah! That's the scariest class I've ever taken in my life.
You were
Oh.
so stressed.
Well, when your teacher tells you, look around, there's 30 students, only like 12 of you are graduating. Okay, I get it. I gotta be good.
He was brutally honest.
And guess what? Yes, only like 10 of us passed that class. Apparently, it's like tradition that like basically everybody retakes it.
Well, it's not an easy class.
It's not. I did it though, barely by the skin of my teeth. And even my teacher was like, "You squeaked that shit out," and I'm like, "Yes, sir."
It's because you have look like a cat.
It's like I didn't think you were gonna make it. I didn't either. I thought I was gonna end up stressed out, crying on my kitchen floor.
Nope, nope.
I
Your
was just
stay left
stressed
worked
out
out.
crying as I finished my project, trying not to put the tears on the paper.
Yes, because that was like an actual like multi-layer like schematic mapped out of an apartment building.
I had to do a 2-bedroom apartment building. Like the units were 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom
Okay.
with a kitchen and a
Hmm.
laundry area. And I had to do the basic floor plan of the structure of the building. I had to do an electrical mapping of the building. I had to do a furniture layout of the building, like how I would design a place furniture within
Hmm.
the house. And then I had to do both the look down view with the furniture as well as vertical views of the furniture, as well as any vanities and counters, like for the kitchen and the bathrooms. And then I had to do a something else I had to do. Oh no, it was like 10 pages.
Yeah, it was
Like I
huge.
could turn this thing into an architect and they could just go build it right now. It was crazy.
I have map goals, guys. I have map goals. And I also have like as a theater guy who loved designing sets, I would love to have like schematics for stuff like that.
Well, I know how to do it.
Yep.
And I look at them every day at work.
Yes, you too.
hmm
Um,
I need tile for this. Here's the blueprint. Figure it out. Alright, well, I'm not on the job site and everybody knows what's on paper is not what people build.
no, it's not.
So, it's not my fault I didn't measure it. I went off a piece of paper. Mm.
Um,
Can you tell I love my job?
she really does.
I really do love my job so much.
Yes, her job is far more adult than mine. I'll admit it. You definitely have an adult job.
It pays the bills. I can swear like a construction worker, and and I can play games on my phone in the downtime. So I'm good. I don't really care. We're great.
And I'm the one who escape room game master.
Your your thing is important too because people need to escape. So you need to go to escape room.
She's trying. She's trying to make me feel better. Um,
People don't need my services. They just get bored of staring at the same shit every day and want to change shit.
but the contractors need you.
I mean,
When you build the original thing,
yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
But most of the time, that's just really, really rich people that have nothing better to do and they're building their third house and I can't even afford one. Well, actually, I take that back. We actually did this year.
Yes, yes.
But
We are in our first home. That's my fireplace that I fucking love.
prior to that, they're building their third, and I was still in an apartment.
No longer.
Nope, nope, no longer. Guess what? We have tile everywhere on the floor.
Yes, we do. Archie's not Archie loves it. Watching Archie when he does his chases whenever we do the laser pointer. My God, he goes sliding around on this tile, and it's he looks like he's Tokyo drifting. It's so funny. Um, oh yeah, Archie is. I wouldn't say he's a whole new cat, but he's definitely more energetic and more playful than he was in the apartment. I think because this just has more space.
He just looked crammed.
Hmm. He couldn't really run the way he does here. He got so many toys for Christmas, and they didn't come from us. We got one toy. That's wrong. We got him one toy because we were testing to see if he would like it.
I bought him one toy. No, I wasn't testing to see if he would like it. It was my apology for breaking his bowl.
Oh, I thought you were getting it to.
The spinner toy? The one that suction cupped to the middle of the floor?
No, the blue robe.
Oh, the ropes? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that too. Yes, I
That
did.
was in his stocking.
You're right, you're right. The ropes were his Christmas present.
That little gray one over there by the red and blue, that's Archie's stocking. Yes, he has a stocking.
It's got a little A on it, but it's flipped backwards right now, so.
It doesn't want to sit the way we want it to.
It did when we didn't
No,
have the other one there.
no, it didn't.
I have photo evidence somewhere
Well, it twisted.
afterwards.
Um. Oh no, lost my train of thought. Oh no, 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 come back. Oh yeah, Archie got lots of toys. So he got toys from our pseudo kids. I think I've mentioned in some of my ramblings that we started out as con mom and dad. Like if you've ever done conventions and there's like people that like take care of the younger people, like you need to go to bed, you need to go eat. When was the last time you showered? You do actually like
You have a
take
ritual
care of
still, let me
yourself.
sew it.
We had sewing kits to help people out. So yeah, we were con parents. And then from that it turned into outside the con, some younger people from the con scene that they didn't really have really great home lives, and we ended up helping a lot of younger people get back on their feet a few times, and we're still mom and pop to a lot of them. We actually had two of them were here for Yule and celebrated with us. That's why we have like the other stockings that are over here. As I not move my head in the right direction. There we go. Those three were for them, and then for their baby Milo back home.
My grand kitty.
Um, I think it's hysterical because like Mrs. Winchester says that Archie is her baby, and then I look down and I go, no, Archie and I are roommates.
Well, to you, you're furniture. I'm mom.
But we also interact differently.
Mhm.
Like when I'm not furniture, and you get mad about it.
I, I'm not mad. I just jelly. Boys don't want to kiss their moms. You get way more nose boops than I do.
I do. It's another reason why he's in my lap because he's like it's so calming. So so soothing. I'm like, yeah, because I don't understand aggressive affection. I'm like, I wouldn't if I
I
were
also
our
just move a lot because of my hips and stuff, and he
well, no,
just
you also snatch him up.
I'm about to right now.
He don't like that. I don't know how many times I tell you he doesn't like that.
He snuggles with me. Not
I mean,
but
he does. He does. This morning, he actually was sleeping at her feet.
yesterday when I had my migraine, he didn't leave me all day. He stayed next to me
Mhm.
or on me, tried to choke me.
It's not his fault.
He laid on my chest and just pushed on my neck, and I was like, "This is not
He was
how
trying to wedge between um
my toddies." Yeah.
and your face.
Yep.
He thought he was doing you a favor.
He thought he was saving me, but it did not help. It's okay.
He was trying his best.
He was.
Yes, we're talking about you. He's looking around like cute. Um so yeah, we've had a lot go on. We also had some sad stuff happen. But I'm trying to celebrate the good things that happened this year. I definitely want to celebrate those. And the things to come. The two comics that I'm gonna start posting up are gonna be from Legacy of the Solar Order and to cross and Thicker Than Blood. So you'll have my uh teen adventure in Greek mythology and my vampire story, which isn't necessarily just vampires. You just get introduced with them. Um, I think that world is called Anima, I believe.
Hmm?
Each of my worlds has a name. Remember, Eclipse's world is Aurora, and then Dodecatheon is Neo Gaia,
Mm-hmm.
and then Nature Calls is Three Melodies. Oh, Thicker Than Blood, I believe, was Anima, because of animism is technically in there. Yeah, you didn't think I wasn't gonna sneak some paganism into a vampire story, did you? And then to cross the divine oblivion is the divine planes because of the different planes of existence that happen. It's the realms. Um, it's a blend of like Buddhist, Shinto, Hindu. Basically, it's my Asian mythology story that I tried to write a romance to, and it just came out dark fantasy. I keep telling you guys I'm not a romance writer. I know my wheelhouse. But that one's a really fun story. It's heavily influenced by anime. Heavily. Um, but not just like one anime. Like I love some of my favorite like old school anime had to do with like Shinigami. Um, oh god, I love Ghost Hunt, which I will always sing the praises of that anime. Um, if you like ghost hunting and ghost hunter shows, check out Ghost Hunt the anime. And while you're at it, go find if you can find the manga. I still have one volume I haven't found. And I was like, lies. because I was supposed to get the entire franchise, and then when I got the last one, I see the end of the book, and I'm like, "That's not the last chapter." I was very upset because it doesn't have the last case in it, or at least the end of the last case. So I am on the hunt for the last volume of Ghost Hunt. I know how it ends. I did read it. I even read the spin-off. I didn't get to finish that one because I didn't have all of the scanlations, and that was when it was really hard trying to read. Like my migraines were starting to get really bad. It's hard for me to read scanlations on screens. So, um, yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho was another thing that inspired To Cross the Divine. Um, because I loved the idea of like yokai living and walking around and engaging in the mortal realm and how they like the spirit realm like bleeds over and stuff like that. And also Shinigami. Not that their Shinigami are like completely accurate, but they don't need to be. It's a fun story. Um, Heck, even Inuyasha influenced To Cross the Divine a bit. Akiko is a little bit of influence came from Kagome. Kagome, Keiko, Botan. I have a certain kind of character that I really liked watching in anime once upon a time. It's evolved since then, of course. You know, I'm older. I'm not 17 anymore. Your tastes grow and evolve, right, babe?
Yes.
Um, but yeah, I do enjoy supernatural and paranormal themed anime and shows. I just tend to be a bit more critical of Western ones because they tend to lean not as well into the lore and it's very fantasy based and then it kind of ends up getting wobbly for me and then I tune out. Um God, it's the reason I could never I can't finish Charmed. It's the whole reason I can't finish it. Um Even though it's I enjoyed it, but it was getting really really heavy in the fantasy. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I just was hoping for a more ground. I liked how grounded it was, and then it got less grounded. Um, so yeah, I think that's pretty much been the year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So next year, here's to awesome plans and new beginnings. That's what New Year's is all about, right?
That's it.
Um, I am feeling a little tired. I want more tea. But Archie just stretched out more, you but um so to everybody who whenever you see this, happy New Year's Eve. I hope you guys have a safe and fun evening. Enjoy however you enjoy the new year, whether it's you watch the ball drop in New York City. Um I know for a lot of you it's already happened. I actually got a message from one of the artists that I've been working with. She sent me a happy New Year's Eve because it was already New Year's Eve, where she New Year's Day where she was, and so yeah, it's however you celebrate it, just make sure it's safe and you can laugh about what happened even if it gets weird. Weird stories are fun stories. Um, But again, thank you everybody. I got 30 subscribers. I have 30 subscribers. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
It's more than I ever got on Patreon or anywhere really. I have followers over on Inkit, but I don't think when I launched subscriptions that I got anybody over on Inkit. But admittedly, I don't know that I'm the target author for Inkit. As much as they wanted to work with me, I don't think the audience that's reading over there wants to veer away from what they know. So here I am on Substack, and hopefully we will see improvement. I also hope that I get some free time to start tackling uh, other works because I would love to finally finish Poseidon. I have the outline done. I just want to rush it. It's so good too. Like, oh, I see so many of the scenes in my head cinematically. Like I feel like I'm in the moment. And there's so many scenes I can't wait to write them out. Um, just haven't had the brain space to actually immerse myself into writing something on that scale again. I'm starting to get into the flow of writing short stuff. It's not normally my forte. Um, like the Dodeca shorts, those were new exercises. A bit old, but we'll see about bringing them back and how they pan out. Um, I'm actually really happy to see that the Apollon Curse and Selena File have both been doing fairly well. I was worried one would do better than the other. They are not done. I will definitely tell you that those arcs in those stories are not done. So we'll see more from those soon. I'm still debating if I'm going to bring over the King and his Witch just yet, or if I should just stick to those two right now. Oh, it's also just it's spicy. It's a little spicy, and I'm intimidated. I got intimidated writing it, guys. Like, I don't write romance, and here I was writing. It got a little, because I don't write that stuff unless it's necessary. And I'm sorry, in that regard, Zeus was definitely like, no, I'm here for it. But I guess it's about a good time to wrap up. It's 10:18 where I'm at. Um, this way, Mrs. Winchester, Archie, and I can enjoy some of the New Year's Eve festivities. We normally watch the ball drop once it's time. Um, I do have work tomorrow. I do believe Mrs. Winchester also has work tomorrow.
I do not.
You don't have work tomorrow?
Sorry. We're closed.
Thought you worked tomorrow.
We're closed. Morris also paid for my lunch today. But I do work Friday and Saturday. Yeah. I left my job.
This is my life. This is my life.
No, the last half of December I don't work. But like
And I work more.
forever.
I've been pulling extra
To be
stuff
fair,
since
I did
November.
take a vacation this year. I don't normally take vacation like that.
Yeah, you did. I was proud of you.
Thank you.
I took 2 days off.
No, I was proud of you. Shit.
I was terrified. I'm sorry. We don't have PTO for my job. Obviously, we're in like entertainment. We only get paid for what we work. So I took a risk in taking 2 days off for Yule. the day of Yule and then the day after because I stay up as late as I can get. Now, granted, if it was just me, I could have stayed up and saw the sunrise and been like, yay! Hello, Helios. Hello, Brigid. Hello, Amaterasu. Hello, all my sun deities. Raw, all of you. Um, but I am definitely an insomniac, and I can stay up too late. Um, but on that note, I keep trying to I don't know, maybe I'm hoping that I'll see a person pop in. No one has popped in at all.
Mhm. It is what it is.
They're probably out having fun.
Drunk, like I'm about to be.
You hear that, folks? She's waiting for me to end this so that we can get drinks.
Facts.
Well, for everybody who will see this after the facts, Happy New Year. And as always, my blessing to you is be kind and gracious to yourself and others as we are all traveling the same path in life, just in different vehicles. Um, have a fun, safe New Year, and I will see you next time. Happy reading and listening adventures.